Hey guys, Peugeot here. Welcome to another guide. Today I will be talking about one of the events that everybody's expecting because it's every month, and this is the Lord of Lords, and the best place to get Sabrina medals. First of all, I'm going to talk about how the event works and about the phases that you have and the rewards available there. So without further ado, you can find the event in the events section, top right of your screen. And as you can see, this is it. Now, as I said, the event happens once a month, and of course it has 6 different phases in which you're going to be gathering some points. Those points are actually going to give you ranking, and at the end of the event, the higher you are in the ranking, the more rewards you're gonna get. That's basically how the event works. Now, there are a total of 100 spots in the ranking, so you need to be one of the top 100 in order to get some rewards. And let's look at the different phases. Now, the whole event is, as I said, 6 different phases. Some of them are 1 day, some of them are 2 days. So, phase number 1, resource gathering. You're gonna need to gather some resources, and of course it's something very easy because the only thing you need is 180,000 points, meaning if you send 8 marches to any level 5 node, that's gonna cover it. So you don't really need to push too much into it, because anyway the points are not much. Phase 2, internal affairs. So this is the points you get from completing researches and upgrading buildings. And for each point of power that these two give you, you're gonna get 15 points for the Lord of Lords. Now this is the phase, one of the two actually, in which you get the most amount of points, and some people basically are doing very long researches, few hundred days usually, in which you don't speed them up, you just wait until this second phase and then you complete them right here and you get a huge amount of points. Imagine you have a 4 million research that you're doing, you complete it here, you get like 60 million points. So it's great. That's how this phase works. And it's also 24 hours, just like the first one. Now phase number 3, training soldiers. This one is pretty much straightforward. So for a T4 you get 60 points, meaning you need to train 3000 T4s to get 180,000 points. This phase, however, is 48 hours, so you have plenty of time to catch all of the training events. And of course, some people go overboard once they finish their researches. All they do to get points in the event is train millions of troops. So, of course, there is a little bit for everyone in this event. Then phase number 4 would be rebel leaders. That one requires 21,600 points, meaning 4 or 5 level 4 rebel leaders would be enough to get the points. Depending on how many hits you need to kill a rebel leader, you would need a different number. So as you can see, I didn't spend too much motivation here. I got just 50,000 points and completed the stage and got all the rewards. So you got 1 day to kill some horses. Then phase number 5 is the one where people are tryharding a lot, because this is of course to increase power. But here it's not only researches and buildings, but also commander equipment that you create, also fortifications you build, construction, researches, Lord upgrade, commanders, like when you upgrade commanders you can hold out until this particular phase, and of course VIP. So all of these combined, each point gives you 15 points, so here you can really get a lot of points. So most of the people are waiting until the last 10 minutes of this phase, which is also 48 hours. Then they spam huge number of researches, they jump to like top 5, top 3, sometimes even number 1, and then it's very difficult to catch up because they do it in the last few minutes. So always be careful with that if you're first and you don't want anybody to misplace you. Then that is about phase 5, and then phase 6, which most of the times is really nothing going on, and sometimes we struggle to complete it because in our kingdom there is really no PvP. So Lord of War is 48 hours as well, is the last phase, and basically you get points for defeating soldiers. As you can see, if you kill T4, you get 15 points, and this doesn't mean necessarily killed, but also wounded works. Eliminating or defeating, as the event says. You know, you can trade troops with other alliances, you can negotiate things, or you can just fight, which is the most difficult thing actually. But this time, the Lord of War is actually overlapping with KVK. So we get a pretty good chance to complete our points. As you can see, it's just a million points, and the rewards are not very good, but of course you can still get a lot of points, like for example in KVK today. So if you kill a lot of enemies, you can get like millions of points, and you can get pretty high. That's basically about the stages. Now let's talk about the rewards. Why are we doing these stages, and why exactly this is so important? So let's look at the rewards. Now, as you can see, there are 100 different spots, and each spot will give you Sabrina medals. And as you know, this is one of the 3 ways in which you can get Sabrina medals. The other 2 is in the ultimate tournament and in the best effort. Basically, if you get first at the end of the event, you get 50 medals, second gets 40, third gets 30, and then from 4th until 10th, you get 25 medals. Then 11th until 20th, you get 20 medals. Then 21st to 50, you get 15. And then 51 to 100, you get only 10 medals. You should always strive to be higher. But then when you complete your gold Sabrina, it's another story, because then when you awaken her, you're gonna need a lot of those medals, because she can only be awakened using her own medals, and then you convert them like in a ratio 3 to 1. So you're gonna need like decades to get to 4-star Sabrina, which would give you army size and rally size, which everybody wants. But at the end of the day, if you're in the top 3, you can get some army size castle skin for a number of days. So it's good enough. So, guys, this is basically how the event works. Make sure you compete, make sure you know where it is, and you get points in each of the stages, so that you can emerge victorious and strengthen your account, because we all know that gold Sabrina is what everybody needs. Even if you look at the tavern, she's giving leadership, combat rate, and these are the 2 most important stats. So get her to gold as soon as you can. My Sabrina is actually 1 star already, close to 2 stars, so she would give an extra star to each of the stats. It's very important to get her, and this is the best place to do it, the Lord of Lords. That's it from me for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next one.